Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I have got a very good one for you today because I had a meeting in this area and I wanted to show you guys the Anaheim Packing House. We're going to cover some of the national news, and I want to show you this place because it's very cool. Anaheim Packing House was opened in 2014. They took a literal packing house and then turned it into a restaurant, food court. Very cool. Bands, live stuff. Very cool. I'll show you guys all about it. We'll check it out. Please don't forget to like the video. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with all your friends and colleagues. We got a bunch of national news to cover, and let's get into it. So this place was an old packing house, and in 2014 and 2015 they converted it to restaurants and shopping and bars and things like that. Very fun. It's 2 stories. You've got a second floor, and then you've got the downstairs basement area, and there's just tons of places to eat here. As you walk in this place, you see that there's just so many different places to eat at, places to sit at. I'm just going to walk through it real quick. I had to film this in voiceover because there is just a tremendous amount of music playing all the time. But this is the second floor. Just wanted to show you guys what was up here. But all these different restaurants, all these different places to eat. Really a fun place. Cool thing about going here with a group is that everybody can find something to eat. They've got this really cool outdoor patio you can eat at. I mean, they've got everything from desserts, ice cream, sushi. I mean, it is absolutely everything. So that's just the best part, is that everybody can find something to eat at this place. And you've got fish and chips, you've got sushi, you've got Indian food. You just have so much. And, they've got this big stage to the right where they have music, live music on the weekends. Now, the first story is something that you may have heard about, but the CDC has extended the national rent moratorium for another month. They've extended it through the end of July 31st, 2021. People cannot be evicted if they haven't paid the rent. But guys, again, let's use the old adage of the wise man himself, Jeremiah Babe, and that is, what's 30 days gonna do for you guys? That's just a matter of extend and pretend. If you do not have your rent money, 30 days is not gonna save you guys. So be ready. Use this time, take some advice. Get out of the house, go move in with friends, turn the keys back over to your landlord, and c'est la vie, okay? Because they're gonna start suing people left and right, and you need to be ready for this. So if 30 days is gonna do it for you and the end of July is gonna do it, good luck, okay? I just think it's over, and please share your thoughts. Let me know if you think that this is a realistic thing or if it's ridiculous. I just think it's, again, extend and pretend. 30 days is not gonna do it. Think about this, 15 months now, people have not paid their rent. What's 30 days gonna do for you? Seriously. Now this place is very cool, and I am downstairs, and you've got the restaurants inside, and the cool thing is that they've got all these different hidden areas where you can sit out here. So you can get your food, you can come out here and grab one of these funky tables and sit on it. But the cool thing is, with COVID, you kind of got some privacy because they got these privacy guards between everything. But a great place to sit, great place to enjoy the food, drinks, dessert, whatever. And you can see the staircase going up to the parking lot. The packing house used to be an actual packing house. It was the Sunkist Packing House. This whole area, when this started in 1919, was surrounded by orange groves, and this is where they would pack everything. Very cool, very historic building. Place opened up in 2015 when they put the plaque on the building. But to give you an idea, the railway was right next to the building, and this is where You know, you can see the train tracks out there. But this is where they would pack everything and ship it. So you got some railway themed restaurants and things like that. And they've got the train cars that you can sit in. Kind of cool. Now, the next story is from CNBC, and it's utterly ridiculous. And it was out of the Federal Reserve. There was a stress test done on 23 banks. And the 23 banks were put under extreme conditions. If we had a severe recession, if the stock market dropped 55%, if employment hit record highs of 10.8%, would these banks be able to survive? And 23 of the major banks all survived the Fed's stress test. Well, guys, we're in a recession. We're in a depression, if you ask me. This place, I've seen one vacancy here, one there, since this place opened. I've never seen it like this, okay? So there's that. And if you think the economy's good, I mean, man, I don't know what you're believing, but again, I don't know why they put stories like this out there. I think it's just to get us so we all think, oh, isn't this great? Everything's doing so well. And you can see they've got outdoor eating areas that are all shaded and everything as I walk around the building. Show you guys some more. There's a ton of music in there that I couldn't play, so couldn't shoot and play. So very cool. No alcohol beyond this point. You're just gonna have to take it to your car. Okay, but see, check it out. I guess this would be the east end of this place. So great place to check out, highly recommend it. This next stories too are about the housing market, and they're talking about how housing starts and housing sales are actually down. An economist, Bill McBride, has said that housing could actually be a drag on GDP, and they're going to lower their estimates for the anticipated GDP numbers for this quarter because they're going to be off so much. So that being said, they feel that housing sales are off 6% from last month. So where's this booming housing market? It's absolutely crazy that it's off so much. And then the one and only Grant Cardone, who I absolutely love for motivation, inspiration, things like that. Grant came back and he had a great video earlier this week talking about who's buying the houses, who's making money on these houses, and why are they paying so much money for this. And he did just straight numbers, and I'll share the video, and if you go at a certain spot inside the video, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But basically, these companies, these investors, are buying these houses and paying, whatever they want for them, $150,000 over asking price, because they're going to raise the rents and rent them out to you and I and make this a renter nation in the next 3 years, so that there is no need for home ownership, but they're going to charge so much money for rents, and they're basically going to make 7% on their investments, whether you believe that or not. Take a look, at the numbers, and I'll share the video with you, and I'll give you the idea of where to go. I think it's like right at the 11-minute mark of the video, but I'll leave it down below in the video description. You can take a look at it and see if it makes sense. But I think it's crazy. I think people are nuts to be spending this kind of money. I think as soon as they raise interest rates, you're going to see the housing market implode. As soon as the rent moratorium finally gets lifted, this 30-day thing is going to destroy people right now. It's going to be the final nail in their coffin for a lot of these small landlords that are going to lose the properties. Mark my words, okay? Share your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Now, I wanted to show you the rest of this place and go downstairs. Here's a great dessert place. And as I start to head downstairs, there's a great place, Black Sheep, that's got good sandwiches, soups, and things like that. Really good. But you've got all the eating areas to the left. That's the stage to the right where bands and live music is at a lot of the time. That's coming back soon, which is very cool. And You can see all the eating areas and just places to sit. They've got internet down here. And just really different stuff. Now, the one thing that really shocked me down here as I got back here is that this place never has vacancies. Never, ever, ever. Boom. There's one right there. That spot's totally vacant. Closed. That guy went out of business. You just don't see that. You know, this place up here is down for the count as well. And this place always had a line, too. I was trying to remember what it was, but they're done, too. And you just don't see this down here. So, you know, people are feeling it everywhere. So really a great place to be. There's a lot of crowds. I mean, here I was late in the afternoon. It wasn't the best time, but it sure wasn't the worst. And you guys can just get a feel for how this place is as I head out the door. So, different bars. They have a speakeasy in there. It's just kind of a cool place to hang out. Really cool vibe. Now, these next two stories are something we just can't get away from. And that's crypto, baby, crypto. And there is an NFL player that, when he signed his latest contract, said he was going to convert half his salary to Bitcoin. And his name is Russell Okung. And Mr. Okung said, yeah, he's getting paid 50% of his salary in cryptos. And the NFL immediately said, that's not true. We pay all of our players in US dollars. So anyways, this guy's an interesting character because of this. He didn't use an agent to negotiate his last contract, which I find fascinating. And as I read more about this, players of his caliber that meet certain requirements get certain bonuses. This guy basically screwed himself out of a lot of money because he didn't meet these requirements, but he could have had guaranteed money. And there's also been articles written that it was the worst contract ever written for $53 million. You can decide that if you're an NFL fan or not. But what's interesting is that at the end of 2020, this guy took about $6.5 million and put it into cryptos. Okay? Crypto shot up. The guy was a hero. And when it shot up, it was as high when Bitcoin hit as high as 63,000, whatever it hit. You know, the guy had almost $15 million and looked like a financial genius. Only he didn't sell it. So crypto's since fallen, and he's only made basically a couple $100,000. If he would have put his money in the S&P 500, he would have made much more money. You can argue this all you want. I know you crypto people are going to tell me he's a genius and all this stuff, and he's not looking like a genius. Now the next story. Now these two brothers ran a crypto exchange. Amir and Raiz KG, which maybe it's KJ. Anyways, KG, I kind of like the name KG. We're going to leave it at that. They're South African. They ran AfriCrypt, which is a cool name, okay, out of Africa. But the exchange ran into some trouble, and in April, when Bitcoin hit an all-time high, these two guys reached out to their people that were on the exchange and wrote them a letter and said, listen, we've been hacked, and we don't want you to go to the authorities. We're going to track this down, and we're going to get the money. And I don't know about you, but if I had my money in a bank and the bank told me not to call the authorities, the first place I would show up at the bank, and I'd show up at the police station the next day. So people contacted the authorities. They contacted this one law firm out of South Africa that is a crypto law firm, and the crypto law firm is investigating this fraud. These guys stole $3.6 billion worth of cryptocurrencies. Okay? And again, safest thing on earth. I guess it can't be tracked, but how do you steal $3.6 billion? One of these idiots, Amir, was contacted, and he said, contact my attorney. My attorney will speak to you guys regarding this, and then didn't give an attorney's name. So these guys fleeced all these people, and again, $3.6 million robbery of cryptocurrencies. Okay? Oh, no big deal. It's totally secure. It's just, it's an unfortunate incident. No, it's ridiculous, guys. Okay? Where do you go? What exchange, what federal agency handles the theft of your cryptocurrency? Oh, there's not one. Okay, thank you. Anyways, share your thoughts below. I'd really like to know what you guys think about these stories. So this is an outdoor eating area. You've got the Asian restaurant here, which everybody tells me is good food and good dumplings. I haven't been there yet. You've got kind of this AstroTurf grass area, but you've got a lot of chairs. You can have a drink out here, sit. You know, a lot of places to sit in the shade during the day. You've got internet and all that fun stuff. Makes it worthwhile. But just a cool place to hang out at. This next story was sent to me from one of the subscribers, Jimmy B, and his gripe about how people rely on one manufacturer, how it's a real problem and can be the kiss of death for your company. Now, what if it's one manufacturer for an industry, like the semiconductor industry? And I want to show you this place. Poppy Seed, it's kind of cool. It's got the big glass building. They're closed right now, but kind of a bar. But the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, very original name, by the way, they are the largest supplier of semiconductors for several industries. And ever since the car debacle happened with semiconductors, they basically controlled the manufacturing, pricing, everything. Well, they just announced they're going to have a 20% price increase. Nothing you can do about it. Now, these guys are behind on manufacturing, behind on deliveries, and they're going to have a 20% increase in the coming new year. And again, they're talking about how precious metals are going up. Why is that? Talking about how expensive it's going to be to have silver involved in the product and different products. And as I walk to this end of it, it's kind of interesting, guys. Here's a pretty cool place, completely closed, by the way. And I mean, these really hip, really cool. I mean, you got the covered patios, but place is completely done, guys. You know? Wow, sad. Okay, but what are you gonna do? So the semiconductor industry is gonna have less product manufactured and higher prices for you guys. Again, cars have shot up, used cars have shot up. You know, some of these places are just open at night, like this Poppy Seed place is just open at night. But this is a cool place to walk around, check out. I mean, really fun, guys. A lot of parking, you know. The Umami Burgers here. That place is open. Now here's another story that was sent to me, and this is from our neighbors to the south, and that's Mexico. Mexico did something that was absolutely stunning today, and they raised their interest rates, okay? And I love this. They talked to 23 economists who said they were absolutely shocked that Mexico did this. Banco de Mexico, which they call Banxico, which I think is a cooler name than Banco de Mexico. They raised their prime lending rate from 4% to 4.25%. And what happened? Oh my gosh, the end of the world didn't happen. Their peso shot up in value 2.4% overnight, okay? So, guys, as we see people talking that inflation's no big deal, and Arturo Herrera, who runs the bank, said, listen, no one believes that inflation is temporary. No one. And we're tired of telling people that we're going in line and telling people that it's temporary. You know it's not temporary. Again, gas, guys. I saw $4.50 a gallon for gas today, and I wanted to pull over and take a picture, but I didn't. So here's that 18 Folds plate. Here's the back of that Asian restaurant. But again, this place is very cool. If you ever get a chance to come over here, tons of places to eat. Very, very cool place to check out. I'm going to end you with this last story, and that is the container ships off our coast right here off of California. And there was a, look at this cool little swing right there. I'm going to sit around, a little hard swing, but the shipping industry had its annual conference, which I love this thing. It's called Marine Money Week, which clearly they make a ton of money if they can have something called Money Week. But Bernard Baruch, who's a big financier, said that he sold way too soon and got out of this industry because now they're getting $100,000 a day shipping premiums to ship these containers for some of these vessels. It's crazy that they're getting this type of rates. The problem that you have right now is San Pedro, that whole LA port, is loaded with empty containers right now. We don't ship anything, guys. We don't make anything here anymore. We are a service economy, and that is bad news, guys. And as we sit there and we try to get out of the mess that we're in right now, again, what are we going to manufacture? Haircuts and coffee? I mean, come on, guys, it doesn't work. So, you know, this country's in big trouble because we don't have an auto industry. The auto industry has moved. Manufacturing plants or even air conditioning are moving to Mexico and different countries, and it's terrible. We need to make things. So you're going to see more and more people, you know, be out of work. You're going to see more and more problems in the coming months. You know, inflation is here to stay. I'm telling you guys, get ready for this. All these shenanigan stories of like, if we say it enough, it'll be true. If we tell them that there's no inflation, it'll be true. Well, the inflation's here, guys. So please like the video. Please hit the subscribe button. Please share this with all your friends and colleagues. And hope you guys enjoyed the packing district. Don't forget, if you want to join the Patreon group, we have that. We've got all the social media contacts below. And my email is included in the video description. I try to answer as much as I can. Onward and upward, guys. Good luck to each and every one of you, and I will see you guys very soon.